From Newsweek, CNN cuts off interview with Trump press secretary for trashing debate moderator. Now, I chose this Newsweek one on purpose, so I can do this in real time for you. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of Newsweek's articles, and I can respect that they do this. And, at the bottom of their articles, they have this little thing. Click on this meter to rate this article. I'm going to go ahead and say unfair, left-leaning, and confirm my selection. And I'm going to tell you why. They say most readers rated this center, fair, wrong. Carolyn Levitt did not trash Jake Tapper at all. And she even tried to move on before her mic got cut off and she got kicked off the show by a flustered Cassie Hunt. It's not trashing Jake Tapper to point out. You can Google search this and see him referring to Donald Trump as Hitler. That's not an insult. That's a thing he did. For Newsweek to claim it's trashing, it sounds like she went on there and insulted him, which she did not do. I think they have the clip here, but there's probably a better clip. We'll play this for you guys. You can hear it for yourself.
So it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump will have equal time to Joe Biden when they both join us now at later.
You hear how flustered she is?
Yeah.
So
her breathing.
Flustered.
No, you know what it is? It's the guy, producer in her ear, yelling at her because they don't want their audience to know that Jake Tapper has referred to Trump as Hitler and is now going to be moderating a debate.
Cassie Hunt herself celebrated the attack on Senator Paul, Rand Paul. Mm-hmm. Where is it? I had the tweet up. She said that it was one of her favorite stories. The audacity of this woman to behave as if she is not biased. And to, again, celebrating a violent attack on a sitting senator. Mm-hmm. Why is she even on the air? The idea that this is something that's acceptable, considering Senator Paul was also attacked at the congressional baseball game when Steve Scalise was shot. They ignore this. They ignore all the violence they inspire. She was sitting there doing the hands up, don't shoot when that didn't happen, endorsing that lie. Mm-hmm. This is egregious. And honestly, the FCC should do something about it.
Well, she's obviously extreme in a lot of her beliefs, but part of me wants to be like, so what is it?
Not that I think that the government's going to do anything.
But we're so far past the FCC as a viable entity that does anything.
No.
Like with the internet, the game has changed.
And this ultimately makes Trump's spokesperson look better, right? She stays calm. She watched this woman get really flustered to kick her off air and say, you can't insult my colleagues over something that is literally you saying. You could Google search this and find out. And I want to go back to the point of, like, which is it, leftist, right? Like, is Trump Hitler and it's okay to say that? Why wouldn't you be cheering him on? Or is he not, because now you can't say that and you're mad at someone referring to it, at which point wouldn't the network need to address this employee who has said this in the past? Like, it's really whatever's coming out of anyone who supports Trump's mouth is bad. Right. And any way that we think we can show that we have power over them.
I understand what you're saying, but I think the fact that we can go back to, prior to Trump, right, to the hands up, don't shoot stuff. That was, I think it was 2013, right? So she was endorsing violence and endorsing riots and endorsing lies long before Donald Trump ever came onto the scene. And
I just assume that's how you get promoted at CNN.
All right,
But there's also this laughable pretense at unbiased journalism when I'm 99% sure that host's background on Twitter is her and Biden. Literally earlier today.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
They're holding hands or something.
Oh, gross. All right, that's so weird.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at this.
Sickening.
Look at this.
They're literally holding hands.
She was there to speak on behalf of her boss.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If it wasn't so just absolutely indefensible, it would be comical.
Look what she wrote on Twitter. On X. You come on my show, you respect my colleagues, period. Jesus. I don't care what side of the aisle you stand on, as my track record clearly shows. Oh, your track record of your picture of Joe Biden on your profile?
To deserve respect, one must be respectable, and you are not.
Also, she wasn't insulting her. She's saying, "Hey, your colleague said something controversial."
Yeah.
But Caroline Leavitt tried to move on from this.
Yes.
She said, "I was just stating a thing your people, your staff has said. Now anyway," and she's like, "Nope, shut her down." I bet what people need to understand about all of these cable hosts is they got an earpiece in. And they'll be talking, and then the earpiece guy will be like, start talking about this, that, and otherwise. And they go, okay. She gets really flustered, and she's like, well, when we see the debate now, this Thursday, she's lost. She's getting yelled at in her earpiece, and they're like, get her off now.
Yeah. She was also obviously scared of the Trump spokeswoman, right?
Yeah.
Like, she is so scared that she's going to say anything at all. She is looking for a reason to end the interview. I bet they had to convince her to do this because she is actually not able to defend any of her positions. She's not rational, and so therefore it's all emotion.
And those producers call all the shots anyways, so it's not like she's the one that's coming up with her show. She's very much at their mercy for this.
I agree with you that the producers do call the shots, but I think she walks in lockstep with them. So even if they weren't telling her what to say, she would be saying similar things. She doesn't have some kind of outsider opinion, and she's only doing this because CNN says. She is a swamp monster, and the swamp flows through her veins.
But let's stretch that a little bit further than from where you're at. So you're right, but you don't go far enough, Phil.
Fair enough. Get her.
I believe they're actually holding her back. I believe that her producers in this instance were like, no, don't let them talk bad about our staff. But I'm willing to bet that on her show, she's just like, you know that meme where the dude's in the classroom and he's like got the vein bulging in his forehead?
Yeah.
That's her with trying to praise Joe Biden. And the guy in her earpiece going, Cassie, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, okay, good.
I mean, just like the header on her own
It's a picture
Twitter,
of her shaking Joe Biden's hand.
It's literally endorsing a president, and we're supposed to take you seriously? This is laughable. You're a clown.
She is a credible, non-biased news source, obviously.
But what are we going to expect with the debate now? Does anybody really expect? We got a super chat already from someone being like, if no audience, mics are cut off, it's going to be edited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna do the debate. We're gonna assume it's live. Trump's gonna assume it's live, and then they're gonna wait an hour and then put it up with cuts.
Right.
I don't mean that literally. I'm being facetious, but you get my point.
And they can cut him off whenever they want,
Yeah.
which is I mean, we already knew they were going to do that. I saw Steve Bannon saying earlier today that Trump should not agree to do the debate now unless CNN apologizes. But Caroline was saying on Twitter they're going to do it anyways, or X.
I think it's funny, too, because now it's like, are the CNN moderators going to be like, hey, you're not allowed to talk badly about things, so somebody cut the cameras.
Of course they are.
If he's uncharitable, do we cut the mics? Like
100%.
Also, like, grow up. Like, you go say to your colleague, like, I tried to defend you the best I could. No, you just had, like, a hissy fit on air
Right.
and made it obvious that you can't do your own job.
Well, and also she wasn't actually she wasn't saying horrible things about Tapper. She was saying what he had said,
Yeah.
which I think is also like, that's just factual. She's just saying facts.
Here's what I think. When they got rid of Jeff Zucker, okay, he's this reality TV guy. He was the Apprentice guy, wasn't he? Like, isn't he the guy behind Apprentice?
I wouldn't know.
Jeff Zucker? Look that up for me. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So he turned CNN into reality TV WWE news. It's like just garbage.
Yeah.
They are trying desperately to get away from that. And so I think they're trying to, like, the reason they booted her is because they're like, no, don't let her say that we did that, because we did, and we're terrified of what people are going to think. You know what their key demo was last Friday? Their key demo ratings. Let's play this game.
I saw it, like,
you saw. Wait. Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. It was bad.
I don't know.
How many viewers do you think CNN got last Friday? Prime time key demo.
I don't know.
What's your guess?
I don't pay attention to their numbers normally.
Well, just like what do you think? Like
30,000 people.
Well, that was a.
That's it.
Well, it's a little low.
Ever in life.
So I mean, most people, like Big Bang Theory, they used to say it gets like 20 million viewers.
Yeah.
So what would CNN, the most trusted name in news, be getting in their key demographic? I think at 9 p.m. they got 49,000. Dude, I could make a video.
You're close.
To be fair, we talk about this sometimes.
Guys, like I need you to understand how crazy this is. That CNN only got 59,000 in the key demo last week. Right. Okay, on Friday. Okay, so Friday's a little bit lower, but even earlier in the day, like 5 p.m., which 5 p.m. Friday is not a bad time. It's actually a good time because people are at home. They put on the news. It was like 70. Okay, to put that into frame or whatever the word is, I'm gonna go into my Instagram. and I'm going to look up a picture I posted of a cat. And where is my cat video? Where's my? Oh, there it is. And how many views does this have? Okay, maybe I should just do this on the actual. All right, I posted a cat. It's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen, so I reposted it. And let's see how many views the cat has. 161,000.
Oh my gosh.
That's 160. I'm gonna play. No, I can't do it. It's for tomorrow. So I saw this meme, and it's this cat with his eyes half closed and his mouth hanging open, and it says, when you've already given your all and it's only Tuesday, and it's singing that song. It's like this really sad song, and the cat's just like zoned out, and it's hilarious. So I posted 161,000 views just on that. Okay, now some people might be saying that's not fair though. Everybody loves sharing cat entertainment humor. You can't compete with news on that. Okay, dude, I can go onto my Instagram and look at tons of singular clips that have 64,000, 70,000, 24,000.
Serge is passing me notes.
100,000. Here's a clip. It's just a picture of my face. 181,000. CNN can't get that in the key demo. Now, to be fair, in the older age bracket, they're getting, I think, 400,000. Okay, well, that's fair. That's a lot of views, but that means CNN won't exist in 10 years. Yeah. That's it.
Maybe that's good, though, right? Like,
it is good.
Look, CNN, you've had a good run, but if your moderators are throwing people off because they can't handle somebody pointing out something one of their colleagues said in the past, I'm sorry, like, you don't have a very tough team here.
I've been paying attention to Caitlin Collins' show because I find it fascinating. They brought her in to be like the straight news, like nighttime show. And she has on a lot of these culture wars guests that I've like written about. So I'm like, okay, she got a good guess. She's not straight at all. She's straight news, you know, she's just very aggressive, very antagonistic. I think JD Vance has gone on, Ted Cruz has gone on, always attacking them.
Why? Why do these people go on? Dude, okay, I'm going to say this right now. I am JD Vance, Matt Gaetz. Why would you, I don't know about Matt, I don't know when the last time is, but JD Vance, Matt Gaetz, Margaret Taylor Greene, any one of these people, why are you going on CNN? Their viewership is in the tens of thousands. I'll tell you what, we'd love to have you on the show. I will drive to DC with my Instagram and get more views than that for it. I don't understand. Who are you trying to reach?
You think part of it is just like the people who are that devoutly watching, like looking at CNN, there's sort of a value in getting in front of them, even though everyone there hates you. Like I remember when we had Margaret Taylor Greene on, and we had people, you know, say afterwards, like, I never would have listened to you ever because I had just written you off. But like being exposed to actually,
I gotta be fair. I understand, you know, JD Vance and Marjorie are trying to reach older voters. Mm-hmm. And so if you're trying to reach the 65 plus age group, and I mean this seriously, CNN is one of the places you will go to do it. And so would MSNBC and Fox News. Mm-hmm. And that is a very powerful voting bloc, more so than younger people. So it actually does make sense.
Yeah, like Kevin Roberts went on MSNBC, the president of the Heritage Foundation, over the weekend to talk about Project 2025. I feel like he got in front of so many eyes that would never have even known who he was. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely valuable.
And there's a value, especially with like Project 2025, with this thing that like the left-wing media is treating like the boogeyman, right?
Yeah, that was really interesting because when they were talking about an illegal alien who murdered a child, they got offended that one of the other guests referred to the murderer as an illegal alien. Yeah. And they're like, well, we don't say that here. And that's what people need to see.
Yeah. And he said, no, they're illegal aliens.
Like, that's a legal term. Like, he wasn't insulting the person. He's like, they're illegal aliens. I don't know, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to check out the live show Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. on this channel. Subscribe and we'll see you all there.